is going on, guys? And welcome back to a little series that we kind of just thought of on the spot. So our two, good friends here, Henok and Mo, they argue all the time. They constantly go back and forth in the group chats. And you know what? I want to settle it. So today I have a list of questions for them, asking them this, that, or who's better, who's worse. And I just want them to debate for you guys because it's super entertaining to watch in the group chat, albeit, sometimes they just go on and on and on and on. But nonetheless, it's entertaining, and I want to see what these guys got in store for us today. So you guys ready for these questions I got for you?
And just for the record, I won all those debates against Nook.
No, it's not true.
That is very true. But
That's not
You
true.
guys want to show off the jerseys you're wearing for this video since we're all wearing one?
I'm repping Mr. Ben Simmons. I don't know if you can see that.
I'm repping
25,
Mr. Ben.
obviously.
Mr. Benson's as well.
Very nice, very nice.
And there's me repping Kyle Korver on the Cavs because
The
I got
classic
nothing
white
else.
guy. Matches his
favorite player, favorite player of all time. Just kidding. But all right, you guys
That's the guy
ready?
who brought you a ring.
He did not bring us a ring, so anyway,
Well, LeBron.
you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my first question is, who will win an NBA championship first, the Sixers or the Bulls?
Bulls.
Philly. Nook, you can go ahead with your dumbass reasoning.
You can start. You can start first, Captain.
No, Nook, go ahead.
You're the one with. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay.
You guys made all those moves to get hard, and then.
Let me start off by why Chicago won't win it. Chicago, you guys are actually. You know what? I'm gonna let you talk first for that. So I'll just talk about Philly's reasons why. Number one reason, we have Joel Embiid, MVP. Like he's in the race for MVP. He's in the race for MVP. He's probably gonna win it. If not, he's second place. We have James Harden, who's arguably a top 10 player in the league, probably around that 10 range, but still top 10 player in the NBA. Guess what? We have Tyrese Maxey, who's looking better and better and better every single game, bro. This postseason, he's been amazing, bro. I've been riding with Maxey since his first rookie game, and I said this guy's going to be an all-star, bro. This dude's going to be an all-star. Not only that, I think he's one of the best players in the NBA. Maxey has a huge future. We also have Tobias Harris. Granted, he's not the best, but he's still a good player. He's got a good contract that we can trade away. I'm not saying good as in that way, but like a good amount contract. We got like a good player back
You
for
guys
him.
contract for someone that averages 10 points a game.
Okay, and we'll get
15.
that and a couple role players. I'll send to OKC. I'll take Lou Dort. I'll take Lou Dort and some other bench players and for some first round picks. I'll do it.
All right. Anything else you got to add to your dumbass argument?
I'm gonna let you talk first, and I'm gonna counter your entire argument. So go ahead.
I'm waiting for you to continue. You already
No,
said it.
I'm
Keep
kind
on
of
going.
talking about why Philly's gonna win. That's literally an easy championship right there. When you have three insane dudes, and you're gonna have an insane offseason by getting someone like Bradley Beal this summer.
Of what cap space?
By trading away Tobias Harris.
Nobody's taking Tobias Harris contract.
Dude, there's gonna be
bro.
the Kings were interested at the deadline. OKC was
The
interested
Kings
at the
is
deadline.
the worst run organization in all of sports.
And that's
No
why they
shit,
would
they're
do
gonna
that
take a
trade.
contract.
That's
They
why they
wanted
would do
Ben
that trade.
Simmons. They wanted Ben Simmons for that contract, and you guys didn't give him Ben Simmons. So that's what happened.
Yeah, we got
I
freaking
can
James
think that
Harden.
happened. James Harden.
That's
James
a whole.
Harden is
That's a whole
known
separate.
as a playoff choker. You know this. Ben Simmons has not made it. Ben Simmons, my bad. James Harden hasn't made past the conference finals.
Hey,
He's
no,
gonna leave
that-
y'all.
That's a
in 1
question.
year.
That's a different
He's
question.
gonna leave
Different.
you. If he couldn't win with KD and Kyrie, what makes you think he can win with Embiid and Maxey?
It's because freaking Kyrie was hurt, and so was Harden. That's why he didn't win. They were 1 foot. Let me say that back. Like a few inches away from going to the conference finals.
But did they?
They would have.
They did.
They
did
would
they
have.
Though? Did they though? They didn't.
Hey, Henok, you want to give you a big did they? You said they're gonna the Bulls are gonna be a top 3 team in the East this year. Did they? Did they? Guess what? Did they? I don't care about injuries.
They
did
didn't.
they?
They didn't.
Exactly. They didn't. So
Okay, but
Give your
they
argument.
did the
Just
Harden
give your
win a ring
argument.
with that team. The Harden ring the ring with that team. They didn't.
just give your
Your
argument. bro.
point is irrelevant. Second, Embiid is your Maxey. He's a good player. I'll give you your props. Maxey is great. He's the
Yep.
only Maxey and Embiid are going to be a problem. Come down the line. Harden is not going to do shit for you. Tobias is not going to do shit for you. Your bench is terrible as it stands. You guys are arguably one of the most overrated coaches of all time running your offense. And you guys are just a recipe. You guys are a one-team wonder. You guys are like a hit it and quit it type team. You guys are not. you guys are. You guys have 2 years. You guys have a window to win a championship. You guys have 2 years. These next 2 years, 3 years to win a championship. If you don't, you guys aren't gonna win one with the score.
Why do you think that? I just want. Why do you think that?
Embiid is always gonna get his. Embiid is gonna be great. Maxey, if he keeps on improving, he's gonna be great. But you guys have no bench, no money to spend on a bench.
I don't
Harden.
understand that.
Harden is not showing up once in his playoff career, and is not gonna continue. He's gonna get his triple doubles, but he's not gonna contribute towards any type of winning. You guys have Dark Rivers, who hasn't won a championship since the Celtics, and he's had way better teams than Philly, and still hasn't won a championship with those teams. Look at the Clippers, for example.
How many championships does Billy Donovan have?
Hey man.
Hey man,
zero.
Exactly.
Yeah, zero. But he's gonna win one after the Bulls win one. He's gonna win one after the Bulls win one. The Bulls.
Yeah, okay, that's not
have
happening.
A way easy.
Since we're on that topic, why do you think the Bulls are going to win a championship in the near future or in the future before Philadelphia? Let's hear it. Why? You're talking crap about my team, but let's see why your team would win one first.
All right, we can talk about
any of that.
All right, we can talk about my team. Lonzo, great defender, great all-around guy. He's more impactful to the team than Maxey is. He's not a better player than Maxey, but he's more impactful, and he knows this too. Better defender, better floor general. He doesn't need to score, and he just gets his and does what he needs to do. He sets up for everyone. He's a Magic Johnson of the team. Who else? We have DeMar, who's a top 10 player. Not even arguing. He's putting straight leaps towards his game. Granted, he was terrible towards the end of the season. That I can't excuse. He was terrible. And then you got Zach LaVine, who's top 20 player in the league, and is going to only get better over time.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Yeah, exactly. Who else? Who else, Hawk?
Yeah, Alex Caruso, who's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Who's out of question. We're just off our bench, too.
A fact, but okay.
Alex Caruso is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and you know this, too. You got Pat Williams. Pat Williams, who has a higher ceiling than Maxey, in my opinion.
That is not true.
He's only experienced engine. Next year, he has Kawhi level potential, and I think he's gonna blossom.
Just because he's black and has braids doesn't mean he's Kawhi, bro.
That has nothing to do with that. He just plays style similar. If you watched a single game of Bull basketball, you could tell that. But you're too busy having Tyreek Maxey and Tyre Schlog in your mouth.
I watched at least 40 Bulls games this year, bro. I watched a lot.
40 divided by like 8. You've watched the only games you've watched is when the Phillies played them.
In your life.
You've probably been busy having them beat so schlong in your mouth. Anyway,
continue your Bulls argument. You're just naming my players are good. Why are you going to win a championship?
And I'm naming players on what they add to the thing. The Bulls,
but it's like this. Be realistic.
The Bulls right now
this year
have a foundation. You guys don't have a foundation because your foundation is made out of like feathers. That's very easy to break through your foundation. The Bulls have a foundation to build off of. They make the right moves, and they are a top 3 team in the league without an argument. You guys are only going down from here. This is your guys' best season to win a championship.
What move are you going to make? What's your future? Tell me. What's your future?
We are one defensive big away from being a top 3 team in the league, and he knows that.
How are you going to get that defensive big?
The Bulls in the last 20 years was when you're at 1 seed at the All-Star break. The only team that's ever fell off as much as the Bulls did, nobody did. The second worst team fell off was a 3rd seed.
That doesn't show how you're going to be
injuries. I'm saying next year with a healthy Bulls roster, Pat Williams, Lonzo Ball, we trade Vooch for a actual defensive-minded big, and that team is the championship contender.
Who are you trading away, and who are you getting?
Vooch. We can get Jokic. No, Jokic. Fucking Gobert. My bad.
How?
Gobert.
How?
You can get Mo Bamba. It's not that hard. Mo Bamba, great defensive big.
Send him back to Orlando.
You're trading.
No. You're not trading Vooch. You're not trading Vooch. I'm saying not trading Vooch. Obviously, not trading Vooch for Mo Bamba.
What are you trading then?
I don't know. Something that could be right. I'm not the GM.
Dude, you can't say you have a better future. Just be like, oh, we're gonna get Jokic. We're gonna get freaking Giannis. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Okay, so
No.
how are you gonna build off your team? Because your
I
team
want,
can
I
only
want you. Oh,
your
I've
team
answered
is a
that question.
ticking time. Your team is a ticking time bomb.
Hanuk, okay. Since you were talking during mine, I let you talk. Let me kind of counter argument everything you said. You said you have a better foundation. Well, guess what? You have an aging DeMar DeRozan. This is probably the peak of his entire career. Probably one of the best seasons he's ever going to have along the season with Toronto. He's only going to get worse from here. Vucevic only going to get worse from here. And everybody knows that. So you're not getting anyone like Rudy Gobert for Nikola Vucevic, who's been on a huge decline. So that's not happening. Zach LaVine, yeah, he's good. He's good. He might get slightly better throughout his career. Okay, sure. But he's not. He's no Joel Embiid. He's no James Harden right now. And guess what? Yes, Alonzo Ball. Yeah, sure. He's good. Great player. He's going to be a glorified role player. That's all he is. Not going to make an all-star team. Same with Alex Caruso. Not going to make an all-star team. Pat Williams. You guys said this about every person you've drafted. You guys said Lauri Markkanen is the next Dirk Nowitzki. Oh my God. Guess where he is? Playing for Cleveland, and he's average at best. You said this about Kobe White.
Laurie Markkanen.
You guys said this about Kobe White of him being like one of the best freaking scorers in the NBA one day. Guess what? He's on your team and he's average at best. And it's going to be Pat Williams as well. You guys saying he's the next Kawhi. He's going to be an average defender. He's going to be some player that's going to be like Will Barton. That's all. That's probably a good floor for him. A Will Barton.
A good floor. Keyword floor.
And his ceiling is probably not Kawhi. Ceiling is not probably not Kawhi.
Okay, and you think Maxi's ceiling? What do you think Maxi's ceiling is?
And a lot higher than his.
It's not. Let me end that argument. Maxi's literally on the same path that Kobe White was on. Yeah, except not on a winning team.
And then, well, exactly, was on. And what team did Kobe White play around? What was the team? Were you guys not a lottery team?
Oh, here comes this argument.
Were you guys not a lottery team that year?
Okay, you have James Harden, who's one of the best playmakers of our generation, without a doubt. I'll give him that. He's one of the best. When you have somebody like that on your team, he's going to create shots. He's going to help you hit yours. You act like if Kobe White had the same type of ball handler when he was progressing as he was, he easily would put up the same stats, if not better stats than what Kobe White. I mean, with Maxey.
And isn't this interesting, Hanuk, that apparently Tyrese Maxey was better, and if arguably better, if not just as good as before James Harden got there. It's not like he just started being this.
He wasn't. His stats went up by a shit ton. What are you smoking? He averaged probably five. Well, let me pull up his before All-Star stats.
Yeah, okay, you're stupid. Let me
pull up before. Let me pull up before and back. I don't need to waste my time watching Sixers games. Let me look.
You're about to say three different teams. You're about to say Mavericks, Celtics, and then you see the Sixers. But Hanuk, you guys have no future, bro. I'm sorry. Your team is just gonna age out. You're not gonna get someone like Rudy Gobert. The best thing you could probably have to get is maybe like a Miles Turner, which is cool, but it's like he's not taking you anywhere. He's not taking you to the promised land.
Hey man, your team is not much better. Your team's not better at all.
Hanuk, let me ask you
this. Your team is like what's his name? This is a one and done team. You guys are a hit it and quit it team, like I said earlier. Bro? You guys have one player. You're just gonna. You guys are 2002 Kings all over again.
Hanuk, who's the cornerstone of your franchise?
You got a core. Lonzo, Caruso.
That's not what I asked, bro.
Lonzo, Levine, Pat Williams. We have so many young studs. Your guys' team is literally just Embiid, Maxey, Harden, and a bunch of G League players. Oh, my bad. Tobias.
Really, really interesting, though.
You guys have DeAndre Jordan in your fucking rotation.
Wait, Hanuk. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Evan, you want something really interesting? I love how Hanuk's talking about how good his young team is. But he doesn't mention one of the best young players in the NBA for this season or like this draft class. I would assume he is not mentioning like mentioning him at all. That's really interesting. That's really interesting because this guy's a fake fan. That is a fake fan. He is literally one of the brightest spots of your team. Probably honestly the brightest spot of your team.
That's just.
I think he's going to be better than Pat Williams.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be up there with Pat Williams, but I think Pat Williams is going to probably be his defensive impact is probably going to be better than anyone on your team besides Embiid.
That's not true. We have Matisse Thybulle, and you're stupid.
Matisse Thybulle is not a better defender than Pat Williams. He won't be a better defender. Right
This
now
kid's
he is.
tough,
but I'm
bro.
saying he won't
Evan's
be.
face just says it all, bro. Evan's face
Bro,
just said it all.
this is
Says it
just
all.
spicy, bro. This is just interesting.
Evan's face just says it
This
all.
is
That
Mo has
Thibault,
false hope
who
from
was in
being
the
a Phillies
top
fan for the
3
last
last
6
year, defensive player of the year, who was in the running this year and got some votes, is not a better than Patrick Williams, who's barely a top 50 defender in the NBA.
Okay, well, whatever makes you sleep at night. All right, what's the next question? Mo is a little bit delusional about his team. It's just gonna be the guys are gonna have 3 good seasons and become the 2002 Kings all over again.
Hey, look, your entire defense is just saying what ifs and that, but it's like I'm spitting facts. You know it, bro.
I mean, your team is literally just a ticking time bomb. You guys have no future.
You are it.
You
You
guys
are.
have
We have
no
more time
future.
than you do, buddy.
You have no future. We have young players. You guys don't
And
have
we do
this.
too.
You have two. You have two. To actually get minutes in your rotation. Matisse Thybulle and Maxi. Nobody else on that team is young.
Joel Embiid.
Joel
He's still
Embiid
going to be a
almost
dominant
30.
center for the next 6-7 years, bro.
Or you're smoking off a pipe if you think he won't be dominant after 3-4 years.
Okay, you're stupid, bro.
You're honestly
sorry.
smoking if you think he has a longevity for
Sorry,
6
bro,
7.
you're dumb.
He's the most injury-prone star besides Anthony
Okay,
Davis.
no,
in
wait.
this league.
Let me ask you, how much longer do you think Gobert can be dominant for? We're
Huh?
good for.
Gobert?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
5.
look up his age. Look up his age, buddy. Look
Like
up his
5
age.
years. Like 5 years.
5 years. So you think Gobert is going to be more dominant than Joel Embiid the next 5 years?
Defensively, yes, because it's less tolling on your body to be a
That's
defensive.
very tolling on your body. Name one
More than
good
Embiid.
defender.
Embiid's
Name one
literally
good
whole
defensive
game is
defender that was good at his age, around 35. Because Rudy Gobert is around is around 30 right now. Henok. If you're saying at 35, he's still gonna be one of the best defensive players in the league. No.
good at 30.
Yeah,
He's
no.
still going to be as. I'm not saying he won't be as good, but I'm saying he still will be a problem on defense.
No, Henok. The only thing that's good about Rudy Gobert is his defense. And once his defense is gone, he's not going to be a great player anymore. He's not. He's going to be not even a top 20 center when he's 35.
That's not true. He's still going to be the top 15 center, whether you like it or not.
This kid just
Embiid is going to fall off after 4 years. He's just going to get injury prone. This is going to be the same what if every season with injuries. Every year. Injuries. This is Embiid's only. He's been in the league for 7 years and he's been healthy for probably 2. Fully healthy for 2 seasons.
okay. Yeah.
How is that? That's terrible. This is supposed to be your franchise corner piece.
What about your guy Patrick Williams? How many games has he played in his NBA
He's been
career?
in the league for 2 years. He's been.
And
in
how
the
many
league
games has he played?
He's been in the league for 7.
How many games has he played?
He's been in the league for 7. He's been in the league for 7. Now tell me,
Henok,
how
you
are you
can
2 for
literally
7 for healthy seasons? You're supposed to be a top 5 player. That's fucking sad.
okay, and that's great. How's that sad?
He's just gonna be the same. What if every year he's gonna get injured every year? Every year.
Henok, DeMar DeRozan was never a top 10 player in the NBA, maybe until this season, and he's 30 right now.
Yeah, it's called the career
It
revival.
took him
What
10
happened?
years. It took him 10 years. It took him 10 years. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, but was he injury prone? No, he was good in the run.
He was average. He got his.
He was a.
freaking-
If you think
he
he was
got
average,
destroyed by LeBron.
In the conversation.
LeBron is his dad, bro. LeBron is his dad.
LeBronto.
LeBron
I
is his
can't
dad.
lie. Yeah. What does that? have to
Yeah,
do with
exactly. LeBron
Yeah.
is his dad. Zach LaVine has never made the playoffs until this year, and he's been trash.
that? He's played one game.
Trash.
He's played one game.
Trash.
You
You
know,
have
guys-
Shot
DeMar
6 for
DeRozan.
19 one fucking game.
You know, guys,
Everyone-
this ties into the next question pretty well. Since we're already on the topic of DeRozan in the postseason, let's move on to my next question because we have spent a lot of time on this one. Okay,
It's been like 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
exactly. So who is going to have a better postseason this season, Harden or DeRozan?
DeRozan.
Since I spoke first last year, Henok, you can go ahead. I'm not going to disturb you. You can say what you want.
Hence, if the Bulls make it out the first round, like we only have 10 minutes. What the fuck? We spent 30 minutes. I think if the Bulls make it out the first round, like I predict them 2-6, then Harden, I think, is gonna be DeRozan. But it's gonna be hard because if they don't make it past the first round, I can't say it's DeRozan. It's probably gonna be Harden. As much, but I think it's gonna be DeRozan.
All right, so let's change this question then. Who's going to have the better first round? Because honestly, Hinnock, the Bulls aren't making it out of the first round. So who's going to have a better
truly
first
think
round?
Bulls in 6. Bulls in 6.
Well, you can think it, but I just know it's not going to happen. So who's going to have a better first round?
If the Bulls knew how to shoot yesterday, they would have won. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm going to say is this is the same thing that happened with the Bucks last year. They lost. They almost lost as the 3 seed to a team by
That's
4 points, and
Miami.
then they blew them by 30 next game. So anyway, who's going to have the better first round, DeRozan or Harden?
Anything else to say?
Huh?
You have anything else to say?
Oh, DeRozan? I have no idea, to be honest. If DeRozan keeps playing like how he's playing, no, it's gonna be Harden. But if DeRozan steps into like January DeRozan, it's gonna be him.
I just want to say
DeRozan's
this.
the biggest what if. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say this before I start my argument. This entire video so far, Hanok's entire arguments have been, what if DeRozan played like this, if the Bulls didn't shoot like shit, if James Harden was good, it's just all ifs. It's just all ifs. That's your entire argument. Let me say why James Harden is going to be a clear better performance. Freaking dude, you have Chris Middleton on you, and you shot terribly. And guess who James Harden is getting guarded by? OG, Gary Trent, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, all positive defenders.
You just say Fred VanVleet was a positive defender?
He's a positive defender. He is 100% a positive defender. I'm sorry. I don't think you know basketball outside the Chicago Bulls, bro.
I'm sorry. If you think Fred VanVleet's a positive defender, you are smoking a pipe.
All right, Evan, can we just pause? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think VanVleet's a positive defender so I can shut Hanok up here?
I don't think VanVleet's like a top tier defender, but you can't just say VanVleet's ass just because he's 6 foot tall.
He's good.
I'm not saying he's ass. I'm just saying he's not a positive defender.
He's a
Especially
positive
to somebody of Harden's thing, he's not a positive defender. Maybe to like an average player, like fucking
DeMar DeRozan.
Like an average player, like I don't know.
Lonzo Ball.
On OG and Anunoby, like you be.
You would just want to say Lonzo. Yeah, he's gonna guard his own teammate. You're right. He's gonna guard his own teammate.
I'm just giving an example of an average player. I don't know.
Lord, man.
Herb Jones, he'd be a good defender on Herb Jones.
DeMar DeRozan.
Your argument has been based off of 3 players. All just what ifs.
Like what?
Your whole argument has been this. Yeah.
Like what?
Your whole argument's been off of Harden, Embiid, and Maxey. Maxey's gonna be a top 5. Gonna be.
I really wonder why my entire argument's been about that since all we've talked about is Philly and Harden.
My whole argument has been around the whole team. I've been talking about more players, and I've explained why all these players fit into a system. They're just like the Spurs. They all aren't specifically great. We don't have one superstar.
But Hanok, did this system make a top 5 seed? Did this system make a top 3 seed? No. Did this system make you out the first round? No, it didn't. You're not going anything with
get
that
out the first round. Watch the Bulls are gonna get out the first round. I'm gonna have you watch them. It's gonna be Bulls in Philly next series. It's gonna be Bulls in 5.
The Bulls and Philly would only have to meet in the conference finals, dude.
Yeah, you would have to meet
they're a 3 seed.
Either Brooklyn or Boston if you
win.
They're
a 3 seed, right?
No,
you're playing
Philly's 4.
Boston if you win.
Philly's a 4 or 3 seed?
4.
Okay, never mind then.
Milwaukee's a 3 seed. That's why you're playing.
It's hilarious. I just saw a video of Tyrese Maxey get his ankles broken.
Was it by Emmanuel quickly?
No, it was by Dame.
Yeah, I saw that video too. That's old. I think that's his rookie year.
It's just funny because we're talking about Maxey.
What was the question you're talking about? I'm not gonna lie. You got lost in the argument.
You guys were talking about DeRozan and Harden.
Yeah, nothing but that. It's really based off this first round. It's probably gonna go to Harden.
Okay, so we'll just move on then. We're gonna have to make this one quick, guys. But can Maxey be a top 5 point guard in the NBA?
Absolutely not.
Yes, he will be.
I don't think he develops much more than he has done right now. A lot of his game is just scoring, and I don't think he's gonna develop more of being a scorer that he already is. And his defense is already. It's questionable as it stands. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
That
I
he's
can't think
good.
of.
Yeah, he
No,
is. You're right.
he's a terrible defender. Not
You're
terrible. My bad. Not
he-
terrible.
he's a
He's
good
mid.
defender.
He's
6'2".
mid. He's mid. Ayo Dosuma's a better defender.
Okay.
Who's
Is he a better
close?
scorer? Who's a better scorer? One clears the
Maxi.
other.
Maxi. I'm saying defensively, Ayo's better. Like
Okay, then let's
almost
compare
everyone
like
on the
that.
Bulls. Almost everyone on the Bulls, besides from like Javante fucking Green, is a better defender than.
That is not true, Henok. You know that's not true. You literally know that's not true.
I'm taking Zach Levine defensively over
Okay.
that.
No.
I'm taking
No.
DeMar defensively over Maxi.
That's maybe, because he's guess what, 6'7", 6'8". Yeah, maybe. But Henok, that logic is flawed, man. That logic is flawed. You have no argument, man. Your entire video has just been trying to shit on my Philadelphia 76ers, but you know that they're better. You know that Tyrese Maxey has a better future than all your players.
That's
You
not
know
true.
that's true.
You know that's not true. Zach Levine right now is already a top 15 player, and he's only going to get better. He's what, 24, 25? 25, right?
He's like 26, 27.
Let me look up. I thought he was 25.
Doesn't even know his own team stages. And doesn't even.
Hey, you want to talk about Paul Reed real quick? Remember that Wordle?
That was not
Wordle
hard.
that we did? Oh, what was it? Oh, that was a random player.
Yeah, it was a random two-way.
Miles Powell.
Yeah, it was Miles Powell.
Oh, he just turned 27. Okay, you guys are right. Hold on.
He's not top 15 player, Henok.
Henok, did you just say Levine's a top 15 player in the league?
Thanks. He's arguably a top 15.
No.
I'll disagree, but anyway.
Maxey is going to become one of the best scorers in this entire league. He went from
Mo, I got a question.
To 18.
I got a question. Yeah, he also played 20 more minutes on average.
Okay.
He averaged 15 minutes a game and averaged 35. If you're not going up 8 points a game, you should not be in NBA. Anyways, Mo, I got a question. Where do you think Max is going to be by the end of next season? Where do you think he's going to rank amongst the top players?
That's hard to rank compared to other players, but I think he's going to be good. I think I can see him jumping up to 23, 24 points a game.
Do you think he's going to be a top 15 all-time player in the league?
No, that's crazy. I think he'll be like pushing around top 20. He'll probably be around like that 20 range. Maybe like 23, 24.
Where do you think the 76ers as a team are going to rank next year?
Next year, I think my guess is from how, dude, I don't know. It's hard. Because I think Daryl Morey is going to try to move Tobias Harris for another player or some bench players. So I'm still going to say top 3 team in the East.
If you were the 76ers, what moves would you make to try to better your team?
Who am I getting to try to make myself a better team? I don't know. I'm just moving Tobias Harris for any type of bench depth, clearing that contract up, getting James Harden like that 1-year player option, signing a couple other bench players by freeing up Tobias Harris's contract. Then we're looking good. And then if James Harden is still average, we trade him away. We give him a smaller extension, we trade him away. That's simple. Our future is way brighter than yours. Our team is way better than yours. We're winning a championship first. Maxey has a better future than all your players combined.
I think you guys are going to just make the conference final every year. It's going to be LeBronto again, but with DeMar, it's going to be DeMar Filia or Giannis Filia.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
Oh, good lord.
It's going to be the Giannis Sixers.
But
the Giannis Filia 76ers.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just seeing these two go at it. This was an all-time classic debate between these two. So let us know if you guys want more of this in the comments below.
We're having a Garland versus Maxey debate next. Just letting y'all know this.
Garland wipes the floor, but we hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.